Shaun Sharkey up against Dylan Leary here. There's Dylan with the break. 8 balls moving again. Keep an eye on that tonight. So here's how we stand. Dylan having come off the back of that defeat to Christoph. Won his first match. He's still in the hunt. It's not all over for Lethal Leary.
Yellow ball in play.
Still right in the mix, but he needs to win this one. That's on the bottom line.
Yeah, needs to win and needs some help.
Yeah. Christoph Lambert and Shaun Sharkey have both won one and drawn one, so they are currently joint top of the group on 3 points each. Dylan Leary must win this and hope for a favour from Cormac Kerr in the final match tonight. Christoph Lambert, from a selfish perspective, who plays last, is hoping Shaun Sharkey doesn't get a result, because it means Christoph has the entire night in his own control, and he knows that a win will see him through. So Christoph is a bit of a Dylan Leary fan here. He's probably a bigger fan of the draw, just so he doesn't have any favourites.
Just as long as he can win his final match to go through, he'll be happy. Dylan's worked these nicely. That was essentially a frame ball. Not a lot that can go wrong from here. This is just naturally roll it through. Plenty of room.
Pretty clinical first visit to the table for Dylan Leary. He'll take that. Shaun Sharkey would love to get a hold of his break. It's the one thing that's sort of let him down a bit tonight. It's a bit more like it. Cue ball was a bit close to the middle of that top cushion. To your point though about him just being a little low on the cue ball here, so I think he doesn't quite get the power into this break. Don't know if that's maybe because the cue ball was a bit in the air, maybe. Looked like on that slow-mo.
You can see it. It bounces off the front ball. You know, from Shaun's perspective, oh, he's missed the first ball. From Shaun's perspective, I suspect he was walking around the table thinking he had maybe a little bit of a poor rack. Maybe he felt there was a gap, but you can see it on the super slow-mo. You know, it bounces off the front ball. So you're cueing down. When you're hitting with pace like that, you're cueing down on the ball. It is actually bouncing down the bed of the table. It's almost impossible to stop that happening. The smoother you can cue, the more chance you have of that not happening. And if you catch it on a hop, as he did there, it just kills all the power through it. And players often think it's not them, but you know, obviously the cameras we have now, it really shows that.
It certainly does, and Dylan Leary won't care for much of that. He'll just be delighted to be at the table again. This is a real shootout between these two. Shaun Sharkey, the only player that Dylan, coming into this group, had actually played before.
Not ideal here. I think this is a loss of turn effort. Just get the white hit in. Yeah, knew he wasn't leaving anything nice on at the top of the table. Has left a ball down the table. Wonder whether Shaun will be tempted. I mean, depends how good the safety shot he feels he's got. Could of course play a double. I think he's got that shot on. If he comes across it, he can play the double. But difficult to find a good safety.
just as a point of interest, mentioned Dylan played Shaun before. Yeah, I've actually played in a fairly big match.
Yeah, absolutely.
European Championships final in 2019, that big title that Dylan won. He beat Shaun in the final. 8-2 that one. They've crossed cues a fair few times, I'd imagine, in international matches. Northern Ireland versus Ireland is always worth a watch with the quality of pool on display. It's like a lovely shot from Dylan.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Shaun didn't take an aggressive option on, whether it was the double or the pot down the table, because the safety just was... I just didn't see how he was not going to leave something on. I think the safety shot was harder than the aggressive shot, so just played the aggressive shot. He actually couldn't have left Dylan too much better, to be honest. He just had a touch more angle there than he wanted. It just, if he's straight, he just screws back to the middle of the table. He just tried to nip it back. But he's on the double.
Well,
big moment on the night, that one. Dylan will feel, no, Dylan knows that he should have got out there, and he's allowed Shaun off the hook a little bit. Chance for Shaun to tie the scores up. Of course, 2-0 in these short races is quite a good place to be.
Yeah, Shaun will be delighted just to be back at the table.
Wasn't guaranteed for that one to go well. Kind of left the high angle and had to play that cannon, but it's come out really nicely for him. He's more than happy with what's been left. Completes the counter.
Yeah, potentially a real sort of swing moment in the match. Dylan has had a bit of a love-hate relationship with the 6-red shootout himself. So if it ended that way for him, it might not be the end of the world.
Dylan has quite a narrow cut break, and I'm convinced that the narrow cut break gets the 8-ball in motion more. What I mean by that, the cue ball more in from the side cushion. Just feel like it gets in motion just that little bit more. I think the red underneath the 8-ball, if it goes to bottom left, then this actually is a really good chance, because if it goes to bottom left, then he might be able to play it off the yellow, which opens up the other red at the bottom of the table. Well, that shot tells us it doesn't, and well, it's all gone wrong really. He's blocked off bottom right, hasn't landed on the next ball, and the good news is he has opened up the one he's nearest to. It's the tricky ball. Hasn't left anything too inviting on for Dylan. He does have options down the table. Big shot he's taken on here. This has to go.
Oh, what a pot.
He's leaving reds on if that doesn't go. I know that the high likelihood that it would block off the red to bottom left, but it wasn't guaranteed. And everything else is solvable. Well, that was a lovely pot. Now a great chance to go and win the frame off it.
Sort of pot that deserves to win a frame. And you'd make him big favourite now.
I think you'd like to play on the one bottom right after this one. And you've got the one on the bottom cushion, and just leave the other one as your connection to the 8-ball. He's not on it, so he has to go bottom left.
Potentially a little bit of jeopardy still in this clearance.
I think so. The jeopardy being, if he moves the yellow when potting this one, the yellow goes away from the pocket. This actually is a lot more delicate than you think. He might actually play it off the yellow on purpose and make sure. No, he got through. I was thinking if he played it, if he was worried about moving the yellow at all, and play it a little bit further and make sure the cue ball gets up the table. He dealt with it well. Not that one though. He's just pulled up in time that this actually isn't too bad.
Yeah, any further and he had a bit of a smelly 8-ball. This one is A-OK. Well, the power's there for all to see. I mean, Sharkey's not out of control of that cue ball on his breaks tonight, but he's hit some really, really hard.
Yeah, again, you can really see the screw on the ball. He really does get low on that cue ball when he's playing that shot. Players that we, with the breaks that we really rave about, it's not as, even though the cue ball's coming back up the middle of the table and back down, it's not a screw shot. They're just hitting it, and it's coming back up the table, but not like that. It's not ripping back.
15-second shot clock in play from now. It's a transition that Shaun struggled with at the weekend. You'd say, usually he doesn't mind the 15-second shot clock. There's not many you would say that. He's a pretty quick player. Is he in danger of just running into the 8-ball a bit here?
I think if he goes an extra 2 or 3 rolls there, he's so much happier.
Yeah, because he's on the middle yellow. He could just nip it away. That's okay.
It's going to be a little bit further away from the last yellow than he wants, but it's actually fine. He'll just be straight behind it. Always feel a little bit uncomfortable shots when it's tracking away, but able to control it nicely.
Oh, it's going to get interesting, folks. 2-2.
Thought that might be another dry one. Not to be. Does go in for him. Reds are okay apart from one ball. Yellows, they're going to be the choice, I think. Yeah, the yellow, I was wondering actually whether the yellows on the left-hand side by the red were a problem, but actually the top one of the two goes. And that makes the yellows just really nice because the 2 yellows go in the right centre, independently of each other, and the one nearest it as well, so that actually every yellow here is just wide open. Oh, he knew straight away. He's overhit the shot dramatically. He caused himself a headache. possibly wanted it a little bit softer and a trace more side just to control it. It kind of flew away from him. So a complete reroute here, more work to be done.
And all on a 15-second shot clock.
Oh, that dropping in hurts him dramatically.
Yeah.
It was easy to cannon the yellow, but the cue ball always looked like it was going to stick, and he was trying to make it come out for the yellow to right centre. He wasn't trying to play on the one he was moving.
Can he salvage it? Oh, nearly. What a chance for Shaun Sharkey to take the lead into the final 2 minutes.
Every match that Shaun's played has gone down to the wire. The missed buzzer beater dramatically from Christoph in the first match against Shaun, and then Shaun gets all but the buzzer beater in the second match. And here he is again, under 2 minutes to go, trying to clear up for another win.
Yeah, at this point it's probably best to take your time on this finish, as
Agreed.
mad as that sounds.
Just because in case he breaks dry.
Yeah, he's looking to take as much time out of the match as possible.
But if he makes the clearance and makes a ball off the break, he is won and he is through.
That's a really good shot there. Played on the 8-ball. Hold it. It's been a long weekend. Held it for the two reds at the bottom. Lovely. And perfect on the 8-ball. And this is where it's a little bit uncomfortable, but you've got to stand there for 10 seconds, chalk your cue, make sure. Absolutely the right thing to do.
Makes a ball, he wins, guarantees at least a 6-red shootout. Oh, it's a strange game. This time he gets the cue ball, as I've been talking about.
All there.
And
could have gone either, but he's going to go yellows. Could we see another buzzer beater tonight, this time for Lethal Leary?
they are all there, and they can be there with stop shots as well. This is doable. Needs the cue ball to stop. Needs it to stop.
Has it just pulled up in time? I think so. Yeah.
Oh, he's got the angle to get above the yellow on the right. Oh, wow. This is incredible.
Dylan Leary flying around the table.
He wants to leave enough time for a golden break. He needs to stop the cue ball quick.
Has he in time? Oh, not quite. It will end a draw. Dylan Leary couldn't quite pinch that cue ball enough. It ends 3-3. And the biggest winner in that match, without question, is Christophe Lambert.